Have you ever thought about what really makes a link and intimacy between you and your partner stronger? Why does a touch, a glance, or a word make you feel so deeply? Other videos don't go deep enough into the complexities of closeness. In this one, we look at more than just the physical aspects. We consider factors that impact our lives, regardless of gender. Not just the physical act, but also trust, communication, and honesty. Did you know only 18% of women can orgasm from penetration? Did you know that the clitoris contains over 8,000 nerve endings, making it one of the most sensitive organs in the body? Understanding the deeper layers of connection extends beyond these fascinating facts. This video will look at the science, psychology, and emotional aspects of closeness. By understanding how emotional safety works, you can find the keys to better relationships and more satisfying connections. By busting myths about sexuality and getting older, you'll learn things that might change the way you think about love and intimacy. So stay with us until the end. This journey into the heart of connection could change your life. If you haven't already, click the subscribe button and activate the notification bell. Click the bell to stay updated on all of our new videos. I can't wait to hear what you think about today's topic. If you like it, please leave a comment with a 1, and if you don't, leave a 0. Your feedback is essential to me because it helps me make better videos that fit your interests. Let's begin our journey for both men and women. For many people, oral sex is a deep and lasting fantasy that creates a safe space for trust, exploration, and mutual vulnerability. It's more than just a physical act. It's a way to connect emotionally. It's a method to express your desires and acknowledge that you both find enjoyment in it. On average, a woman's orgasm lasts between 3 and 51 seconds, ranging from a short but intense 3 seconds to a long and soul-stirring 51 seconds. The fact that these numbers are so different shows how different women's lives are. We don't often discuss ejaculation, another form of female pleasure. However, it's important to know that squirting, ejaculation, and orgasm are 3 different things that have different effects on the body and the mind. The clitoris, often referred to as the center of female pleasure, boasts 8,000 nerve endings, twice as many as the penis. Its purpose is to provide women with unparalleled sensitivity and joy. The complicated design of this item emphasizes the beauty and complexity of female sexuality, an area that needs more study and respect. However, getting an orgasm isn't always easy. Only 18% of women can get an orgasm through penetration alone. This shows how important mental connection, thoughtful touch, and communication are for a woman to fully enjoy her sexual potential. During the height of pleasure, a woman's orgasm is a medley of sensations and neurological activity. Every part of her brain is active, creating an all-encompassing experience that leaves her body ready for more almost right away. However, for many, this experience remains elusive. 30% of women say they have trouble getting an orgasm, and 10% have never had one. This indicates broader issues in society and relationships, including inadequate sexual education and the potential for emotional disconnection in relationships. Understand and remove these barriers as an act of love and a promise of mutual growth and relationship. Women's intimate desires vary, mirroring their unique personalities shaped by biology, emotions, and life experiences. Say that shallow penetration is better than full insertion because full insertion triggers the G-spot, which is a very sensitive spot just inside the vaginal canal. This intricate understanding of anatomy underscores the importance of being open to learning, patient, and adaptable to each other's needs. To find out what these private tastes are, partners need to be able to talk to each other openly. When done with care, this can lead to a bond that goes beyond sexual pleasure. It's intriguing that women in long-term relationships say they have more regular and satisfying orgasms than women in casual relationships. Long-term emotional safety and trust may be to blame for this. They create a base where vulnerability and shared discovery can grow. Many women also enjoy receiving gentle touch during their sleep. It's an unspoken way to show love that can make relationships stronger. Imagining fantasies with someone without fear of judgment or embarrassment can invigorate a relationship by instilling a sense of excitement and connection in both parties. Society's unrealistic beauty standards and pressures can be a strain on women, lowering their self-esteem and, in turn, making it harder for them to fully enjoy closeness. Women must take care of their clitoris, vulva, and surrounding areas as they are highly sensitive. It's important to know that even small things, like keeping your facial hair neat, can make you feel better and show that you're paying attention during private times. Being thoughtful about these little things shows that you respect each other more, which is an important part of a healthy sexual relationship. Sexual activity is not just a physical act, it involves the body, mind, and emotions, and it requires stamina, flexibility, and the ability to stay present. Regular exercise can help with all of these things. Regular exercise can enhance blood flow, vitality, and overall appeal. For instance, despite not meeting traditional standards of physical perfection, women often find themselves drawn to confident and well-groomed men. However, studies show that 2 out of 3 people are unhappy with their sex lives, which is a sobering reminder of how important it is to communicate well and understand each other in order to build intimacy. Different sexual positions offer different feelings and benefits that show how partners can connect in different ways. For example, the 69th position focuses on shared pleasure and mutual sex, while the doggy-style position often allows for deeper penetration that many men find especially satisfying. Biology also plays a role in attraction, in addition to physical processes. Testosterone, a strong male hormone, gives off a subtle scent that women naturally find beautiful. Colognes mimic this natural chemistry, intensifying desire and allure. There are positive and bad things about being in a long-term relationship. Interestingly, couples whose personalities and tastes are too similar may find their love fading over time, as it's often the differences and dynamic interactions between partners that maintain the flame. During different stages of life, including menopause, women may also experience changes in their sexual desire. This shows that intimacy changes over the course of a lifetime. As long as both partners remain committed to nurturing their bond, physical closeness and mental connection often grow stronger over time. Sexual education is essential for busting myths and building confidence. For example, the myth of dead vagina syndrome, which says that frequent sex makes the vaginal area less sensitive, is completely false. On the contrary, regular intimacy approached with care and enthusiasm can boost vitality and strengthen emotional bonds. Getting the right education can also help people feel less anxious, which gives them the confidence and curiosity to accept their sexuality. To be satisfying, intimate partners must respect each other, be vulnerable, and change their expectations. They must also be open to new possibilities and celebrate the unique journey of connection between 2 people. For some, attraction lasts for a long time. As sapiosexuality, or sexual attraction based on intelligence, demonstrates, intimacy has deeper emotional and intellectual aspects than just physical attraction. Shared conversations and mutual respect can spark a deeper kind of desire. In the end, the path to sexual and emotional fulfillment is one of discovery, acceptance, and growth. When partners approach intimacy with patience, curiosity, and a willingness to learn, they open up a world of possibilities. It's a realm brimming with long-lasting desire, trust, connections, and love. The caretaking method, which is based on compassion and awareness, puts more value on the emotional bond between partners than on having an orgasm. This method tells couples to take it lightly and enjoy every moment of closeness as a chance to grow closer and trust each other more deeply. Women often really value guys who take care of themselves. For some women, even something as simple as well-groomed hair or a neatly trimmed beard can demonstrate respect and care, creating a lasting impression. When paired with respect and sensitivity, a man's insistence in courtship can be a sign of devotion without being aggressive or cocky. Is anyone still watching this movie with me? If so, please let me know in the first comment below that you are still watching it. Often misunderstood, sexual fantasies can serve as a healthy and enriching aspect of one's inner world. While these private thoughts may not always stem from genuine desires, they can serve as a catalyst for creativity and self-discovery. Research has shown that the excitement of new experiences, such as trying new things, exploring shared fantasies, or emotionally growing closer, can reignite passion and excitement in relationships. This fits with Robert Sternberg's triangular theory of love, which says that intimacy, passion, and commitment are the three main parts of love. The way these three parts interact creates different kinds of love, from short-lived crushes to long-lasting partnerships. Some people experience persistent and involuntary sexual arousal without a clear cause. This condition can lead to isolation and misinterpretation. Secure, avoidant, or anxious attachment styles significantly influence how individuals manage intimacy and sexuality within their relationships. Figuring out your attachment style can help you become more self-aware and make healthier connections. Contrary to popular belief, sexual activity does not decrease with age. Many people continue to enjoy fulfilling sexual relationships well into their senior years. Research reveals that emotional connection, communication, and understanding between both partners, rather than age, limit sexual pleasure. An important part of sexual desire is the sense of smell, which is a subtle but powerful force. Deep emotions can make someone more aroused and even create a special physical bond between two people. Complex or unusual ideas, such as violence or power, are associated with the word arouse. These dreams might make people look twice, but they don't always lead to undesirable behavior. Other things, like weather and sunlight, can have a subtle effect on sexual drive. Warmer. Certain seasons often correlate longer days and increased energy with increased intimacy and activity. Deep emotional resonance in music can also deepen connection and attraction, weaving a melody that speaks to the heart. Interestingly, some people experience anhedonic orgasms, a state where physical release happens without the accompanying sense of pleasure. This shows how complex the relationship is between the mind and body in sexual satisfaction. The visual perception also plays a significant role. People always associate colors like red with desire, passion, and attraction, yet for many, sexual satisfaction transcends the physical realm and hinges on mental and emotional relationships. It's often more important for a partner to be able to understand, listen, and relate than the way people look. On the other hand, feeling watched or judged can prevent you from becoming aroused or even experiencing an orgasm. Men who have problems like erectile dysfunction often feel awful and depressed. Stigma and misunderstanding hurt self-esteem, causing strained relationships. But practices like yoga offer hope. Studies link yoga to better libido and general sexual function. We emphasize the connection between physical well-being and emotional contentment. The rise of cybersex, or sexual activity that happens online, brings both opportunities and problems. When conducted legally and with clear communication, cybersex can foster closer relationships, but when it lacks physical touch, such as hugs, kisses, or shared moments of affection, it can lead to emotional distance and dissatisfaction. Relationship today. The ethical non-monogamy problem established norms that emphasize open communication, honesty, and mutual respect as the most important ways to connect. Foods and eating habits contain sensual elements, with certain tastes and textures evoking desires for play and love. Curiosity and a desire to explore are important for keeping intimacy alive. This is particularly relevant as both men and women navigate the inherent changes that accompany aging, particularly after the age of 40 and particularly beyond 50. After age 50, erections may become slower, weaker, and less frequent. This shows how important patience, understanding, and flexibility are in keeping sexual relationships fulfilling. Did you know that 97% of women around the world choose a partner based on how attentive they are in bed? This number shows how important connection, communication, and caring for each other are for sexual pleasure. For example, studies have shown that women in love can sync their heartbeats with their partners after gazing into their eyes for just 2 minutes. This is a powerful reminder of the unspoken, almost magical bonds that bind us all. In the end, sexual and emotional fulfillment is a lifelong journey marked by discovery, connection, and growth, whether through the warmth of a shared embrace, the thrill of whispered secrets, or the unspoken intimacy of mutual understanding. There is always the power of love and desire to change lives, no matter what age. Researchers have found that women are most likely to experience an orgasm in the doggy-style pose. Women can have orgasms in more places than just the clitoral area. For instance, stimulating the nipples can trigger an orgasm. Men often do hand exercises to make their penises longer, and some have seen growth of up to 4 centimeters. When partners try out new positions, it can help them find erogenous pressure points. Women's sexual desire changes more than men's. A study found that women spend a year of their lives choosing what to wear. A woman's eyes can say a lot, so pay attention to what she looks like. Women often compliment each other in groups, but not always in a sincere way. Women judge quickly, and most of the time, they're right. Although women dislike comparisons with others, they frequently compare themselves to themselves. Women take longer to make decisions, but they're more likely to stick with them. Women cheat more quietly, and they usually have a legitimate reason. When women are upset, they love to talk about it. A woman's quiet demeanor may indicate her genuine hurt and her contemplation of alternative solutions to her problems. Women mostly use the left side of their brains, while men mostly use the right side. Flowers and parties are excellent ways to make women feel special, but if you aren't clear about your goals from the start, a woman can easily put you in the friend zone. Most of the time, women are jealous of rich or famous men, while men are jealous of attractive women. A woman's smile shows how much time they spent together. Building trust is crucial to any relationship's growth and security. Body language and other forms of non-verbal communication are crucial for figuring out how someone feels and what they want. Foreplay is an important part of sexual intimacy because it makes the pleasure and mental connection much stronger. Being honest about your sexual wants and needs can make things better. Preparation and imagination can bring back the spark in a relationship, leading to a more satisfying sex life for both people. As the link between mental health and sexual health shows, dealing with emotional issues is important for a fulfilling personal life. Women can have orgasms by using different types of stimulation, like clitoral, vaginal, G-spot or nipple, or even without direct physical stimulation. Women's orgasms vary greatly in strength and duration. They depend on both mental and physical factors. Realizing that a woman's breasts affect her self-esteem and comfort is important for her to accept herself, no matter what size or shape they are. For many women, breast massage is enjoyable. Respecting someone's choices and limits is always important. After working out, women may find sex more enjoyable because their blood flow and testosterone levels are higher. Just giving her a hug can mean a lot. About 1/3 of women over 80 are still sexually active with their partners. When aroused, the vagina, which typically measures 7 to 10 centimeters in length, can expand by 200%. Hormones significantly influence sexual desires. Culture, learning, and thought. About 8% of dreams for adults are sexual. Coitophobia, or the fear of sexual activity, often has deep psychological or emotional roots. For example, studies show that when women are most fertile, they are more attracted to facial features that men have. According to Princeton University, selective sexual aversion is when a person wants to be with someone else, but not their present partner. Sex affecting happiness is becoming more common. Engaging in sexual activity more than once a week does not significantly impact one's overall life happiness. Studies show that people who are sexually active often look younger than their friends who aren't as engaged. Could make sexual pleasure lower. Sexual dissonance occurs when an individual's sexual feelings do not align with societal expectations. This can cause internal conflict and unhappiness. Sexual dissonance can show up in many forms, such as feeling like you have to meet unrealistic expectations or follow societal norms about sex. Dealing with this dissonance usually involves honest communication, self-reflection, and sometimes professional help to align personal desires with realistic and satisfying sexual experiences. The second comment below lets me know that you are still watching this video with me. If you think these lessons are helpful, please let me know, both mentally and physically. Taking care of your physical health with regular exercise, a healthy diet, and enough sleep has a direct effect on your sexual health. Life force. Heart health is especially important for both men and women when it comes to function and arousal. Emotional health, which includes dealing with worry and building a positive sense of self-worth, is just as important. Stress or unresolved mental problems can lower libido and cause strain. As people get older, their sexual urges and abilities may change, but intimacy can still be an important part of life. For example, women may have less lubrication or hormonal changes during menopause, while men may have erectile dysfunction. You can manage these changes by altering your communication style. Sometimes medical goods like lubricants or prescription drugs can help you continue having satisfying sexual experiences. What communication means? Open and honest communication is the key to a successful sexual relationship. It builds trust, understanding, and closeness by making it safe to talk about likes and dislikes, fantasies and limits. These talks can help couples figure out what they want while still respecting each other and having fun. Encourage a stronger mental bond. Partners feel seen, heard, and respected, and they don't have to worry about misunderstandings. Avoid guessing and discuss insecurities and worries that may arise. Talking about personal things isn't just a way to get what you want. It's also a way to show vulnerability and trust. Sharing your fantasies and preferences takes courage because it means revealing deeply personal parts of yourself. When received with empathy and validation, this openness strengthens the emotional bond between partners. Research shows over and over that couples who talk about their sex lives on a daily basis are happier and closer. This process isn't about being perfect. It's about being ready to learn, explore, and grow together. Also, excellent communication goes beyond, other than words. Non-verbal cues like touch, eye contact, and body language are also crucial for showing love and reassurance. People who are proficient at both talking and body language often find that their intimacy goes beyond the physical act and becomes a deep link of hearts and minds. The effects of technology. Technology has changed the way we connect with each other. New tools that can improve intimacy in unexpected and unique ways. Sexting, video calls, and online dating sites have made it easier than ever for couples to stay close sexually and emotionally, even when they live far apart. These tools give people a creative way to express their desire, explore their fantasies, and keep the spark alive. For long-distance couples, technology can bridge the gap, letting them share private moments and feel close to each other. But the digital age also brings problems. Misunderstandings can occur when text messages or other digital interactions lose their tone and meaning. The ease of access to partners may cause them to turn to their screens instead of each other during virtual connections, which can lead to cheating or emotional distance. Overusing technology can also make it harder to be physically close, so it's important to find a balance between the virtual and the real. The best way to use technology to your advantage is to use it in addition to face-to-face connections, not instead of them. Engaging in activities together, such as watching a movie online or sending each other thoughtful notes, can strengthen the relationship. Limiting screen time can help the relationship, not hurt it. Effects of culture and society. In many societies, cultural norms and societal expectations have a big impact on how people feel about sex, relationships, and intimacy. These norms reinforce harmful stereotypes, like the idea that sexual vitality decreases with age or that physical attractiveness equals desirability. These false beliefs can put too much pressure on people, making them feel inadequate or unworthy of intimacy. For example, older adults may internalize the idea that sexual satisfaction decreases with age, which stops them from exploring their desires. Also, society's focus on youth and physical beauty can make the emotional, mental, and spiritual aspects of closeness that last a lifetime seem less important. Freeing yourself from these limited stories is a liberating process that lets people enjoy their own unique, intimate experiences without shame or comparison. To challenge social norms, you have to rethink what it means to have moral faith. Emotional intelligence and being yourself are often much more appealing than typical beauty standards. When couples refuse to give in to outside pressure and instead work on mutual understanding and respect, their relationships often grow stronger. Even the most passionate relationships can easily become routine over time, extinguishing the once intense fire. Experimentation and novelty can reignite desire and encourage a sense of playfulness and curiosity between partners. Incorporating novel experiences, such as exploring diverse locations, is crucial. When you play pretend or use toys, you can create fun and exciting chances for discovery and shared pleasure. New experiences activate the brain's reward system by producing dopamine, which makes us feel excited, rewarded, and looking forward to more than just the physical sensations. These shared experiences strengthen trust and closeness as partners navigate new territory together. Trying something new, even if it's just a change of scenery, strengthens the emotional bond and reminds partners that their relationship is always changing and growing. Experiments need open conversation and both parties' permission. Your partner should feel free to discuss their boundaries without fear of judgment. This makes sure that both of you are comfortable and excited about the exploration. This mutual respect turns surprise into a way to connect deeper instead of something that makes you feel pressured or uncomfortable. How important is it to look into yourself? Knowing yourself is the first step to having a satisfying sexual relationship. Physical and mental self-exploration are the keys to discovering your preferences, dislikes, and wants. Individuals gain the confidence to clearly communicate their needs to their partners through self-exploration. This process also promotes a sense of autonomy and self-love. It reminds us that intimacy goes beyond pleasing others to respecting our bodies and desires. As part of this process, people may explore their bodies by finding erogenous zones or trying out different kinds of touch for others. It could involve looking at your feelings and figuring out things like what sets you off or how past events have affected how you feel about closeness now. Partners who put self-awareness first are better able to make connections that are meaningful and fulfilling. Their confidence and clarity build trust and openness, which improves the quality of their relationships and helps them make bonds that last. True intimacy is more than just touching. It includes emotional closeness, intellectual stimulation, and even spiritual togetherness. Harmony. Making a bond that lasts takes ongoing work, creativity, and the power to change. In addition to deep talks in the bedroom, couples who do things together, like cooking a meal, going for a walk, or just sitting in silence, can strengthen their relationship. Acts of kindness and expressions of thanks are what make a relationship last. These actions show care and appreciation, which strengthens the sense of partnership that keeps relationships going over time. As life changes, so do people's needs and wants. Being aware of these changes and ready to adapt them keeps intimacy alive and important. You can let me know you are still watching this video by leaving a third comment below. If you think these lessons are helpful, please do so. When in a long-term relationship, keeping your interest alive often takes planning. Small things like writing a sweet note or planning a surprise date can bring back the romance of the early stages of a relationship. At the same time, being honest about and accepting each other's flaws creates a safe place for growth and connection. Last thoughts. As people go through life, their sexuality changes over time based on their personal experiences, changing priorities, and the growth of their relationships. Embracing sexuality's complexities with openness, curiosity, and compassion can help individuals and couples develop intimacy that is deeply satisfying and profoundly enriching at any stage of life. Prioritizing health, communication, and mutual respect will ensure that intimacy remains a source of joy, connection, and renewal for those willing to put in the work. The rewards are immeasurable. A relationship based on trust grows over time and celebrates the endless possibilities of love. What have you learned today about the complexities of intimacy and connection? Was it the science behind female pleasure, how important it is to communicate, or how the power of vulnerability can help you form lasting bonds? Please share your thoughts, and let's start a meaningful conversation in the comments below. If you liked this deep dive into intimacy and relationships, please leave a comment and let us know what you'll do differently in your own life. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more content that inspires growth, connection, and understanding. Goodbye for now, and see you in the next film.